Good morning, everyone, from Oakville Harbor. I'm here today just for a quick ride and heading now to BMW Moto dealership here in Oakville. The reason for my visit is they have a client appreciation event today, and I was invited for that. That's the dealership where I purchased my motorcycle from. So they invited me for the event, and I decided why not? Let's head down and get to see some motorcycles. Also, a topic has been on my mind for some time, and I decided why not, let's talk about it today. It's about my two mistakes I did with the two of the motorcycles that I purchased in the past, and what happened after, what were the consequences of those mistakes. So funny story I'll share with you of one of my motorcycles though. And what I did was I basically purchased a Honda Magna. I don't know how many of you know about it. So it was a 2005 Honda Magna that I purchased back in 2005 or 6. It was a used motorcycle. And back in those days, I was all into riding sports bikes or super sports bikes, like the Honda S1000. Always been a big Honda fan, so that's where it's all coming from. And what I did was I purchased the bike, very excited, got it, sat on the bike, and I'm like, oh my god, doesn't look like this bike is for me. Starting having the regret. So the mistake I did was I never sat on the bike. I never went for a test ride. Just looked at the bike and said, hey, you know what? I want it. It was like similar of that thing, love at first sight. But is love at first sight enough to purchase a motorcycle, right? And this might be an eye-opening thing for many of you. So like I said, it was more like a love at first sight with the motorcycle, and I ended up putting the deposit, paying for it, sat on the bike, hated it from the first minute. Started riding, and oh god, like obviously it's a cruiser, different riding position, different dynamics, the whole everything, right? You learn from your mistakes. So sat on the motorcycle, started riding for a few kilometers, rode about, I would say, 100 miles or so, and hated it. The next thing I know is I end up calling the dealership. As soon as I get home, or I believe the next day, it's been a few years now, 15, 17 years to this incident as well. And I ended up calling the dealership, and I'm like, I don't like the bike. They're like, what happened? But you were after it. It was like a love at first sight for you. And I'm like, okay, it was, but it doesn't look like that love was long lasting. And luckily, to my luck, I would say, there was someone already, when I had put the deposit down, interested in the bike. So as soon as I said, excuse me sir, can I talk to the sales guy, and said, is there a possibility, or of a potential client who would like to buy it? He said, yeah, there is someone. So I had the bike for, I would say, about 2 days, and that's about it. 2 days and the bike was sold. Yep, first day I rode home, and I guess the second day or third day, if I'm not mistaken, I can't recall what the incident was right now, but I would say about a couple of days, and the bike was back out of my hands. So very strange incident, you know. Didn't like the bike, loved the bike by the looks, and thought, okay, you know what, this is what I wanted. Okay, let's, you know, I've been riding sports bikes, why not a cruiser? Saw a few friends riding it, sat on the bike and hated it. So moral of the story, never fall in love with a bike, you know, saying, wow, I love it and I need it. I would say, or my past experiences have been, get the bike, sit on it, ride it. Don't ride it for a minute or two. Ride it for longer. Ride it out for 15-20 minutes if you're allowed to do a test ride. Feel comfortable. Go uphill. Go downhill. Do anything. You know, ride it. Take it on the motorway. Take it on the highway. Take it on the streets. Wherever. Turn left, right. You gotta feel comfortable in every angle. You know, that's when it is sort of a complete love, or it's you know, it's a bad luck. And that's what happened, folks. So while telling you the story, I've almost arrived at the dealership as well. I'll probably turn in here, stop down, and show you some beautiful bikes they have probably at the dealership here. Feel free to share a story down with me about your experience, or if you ever felt love at first sight with a motorcycle and then it didn't turn out to be that way. What did you do exactly? Write down in the comments below. Would love to hear your stories as well. Till next time, ride safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, I'll show you some beautiful bikes. It's a client event, and they got some beautiful bikes you can see in front of me. That's a BMW Moto truck. I guess that's the one that brought all these bikes here.